Hello, watch what here. If you like what you see, please follow, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. I was just about to start a stream, but there's something I might have to attend to real quick. Yeah, sorry. Um, there was something I was gonna watch something in a bit, but there's something that I have to uh, look at in a second. In fact, I might have to be right back. Um, but I'm streaming. I'm here. I'm on. I just to get something real quick. It's starting to become a habit. Um, but yeah, I'll be right back. I'm sorry about this. Right. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Cool. So this came out just a couple of days ago. Um, why did I choose to do that? Yeah, this came out a couple of days ago, and it's based on. I'm so sorry. Um, it's based on. There was a rapper that came out like 15. No, it was more than that. It was when I was in college. Yeah, it was when I was in college. Um, and she was actually really good. And I always wondered what happened to her because like she she made really good rap music in or the first album it was great. The second album it was decent, and then she kind of like fell off. Like her next album, um, was like seemed like it was in a different genre than the one that she started in. And I've always wondered like why, what was the like why, what caused that type of fall off. And so, the Adam Friedman show did an episode on her, and I thought, oh, great, because I haven't heard from this chick in a while, and she was actually really good at what she did when she was rapping, and yeah, I actually really liked her the little tracks that she made. It was kind of a section of like rap. I mean, you know, rap doesn't necessarily have the same following as it used to back in the day. But for those who, who could still appreciate it for what it was, and know about her, which is me, but I'm certain that she had an audience out there. I just wanted to see, I don't know, what she's been up to, if anything. So I haven't watched this entirety yet. So yeah.
Welcome back to the Adam Friedland Show. This is the second week of our Lost Episodes series. On the 26th of August, Season 3 premieres. Folks,
I don't know why he's calling it Lost Episodes.
This week's episode is with MIA. I went to London for a soccer game from my bachelor party, and I'm disgusting. I was sick. And I'm sitting next to this angel, but it's a really good episode. I just watched it this morning. It's really good. You'll enjoy it. So that's probably why we didn't release it. I don't know. But also, New York Comedy Festival, November 27th, Town Hall. Get your tickets at adamfreeland.show. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the episode. It's good.
He has to say that.
Why you sound sarcastic? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome MIA. Give it up for her. You really brought an entourage today. Hi.
They really learned a lot from the Eric Andre show.
Thanks for coming
on. Hi, Adam.
I'm a big fan. I was telling you on the phone yesterday. You strike me as a person that everything you try, you're good at. Is that right?
Oh.
You just can do it. Like, you didn't want to be a musician. You just did it. Is that right? You want to be a filmmaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a lot of money to make a film.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to do that? And then
I talked to a filmmaker because I thought he might have met you today, but he said that I think you just are a fan, but I wanted to know if you guys have met. I talked to Harmony today.
Harmony Korine?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have a #1 fan.
He said, say what up. Yeah. And you like Dogma 95 too. That's your vibe.
Yes.
Hearing that, you went to Central St. Martin's, which is like the art school in the UK. Were you cool growing up, or were you weird?
I was both. I was weird and cool. But Harmony Korine made weird cool as well.
Sure.
So it was perfect. It was that perfect time. I was like 18 when he made, or maybe 17, 18 when he made Kids.
Yeah.
So it just...
That made me afraid of having sex.
That there was a tiny little thing where weird, cool people belonged, and it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like early film projects from school still that you like still have access to?
I don't know, somewhere in my mom's attic, maybe.
Yeah. Do you remember what they were?
Oh, God, yeah. I made this weird film, obviously.
He doesn't look like it, but he's done his research on that. These questions aren't just coming out of nowhere.
And it was about... It's funny, it was about numbers, okay? So I was trying to work something out. Okay, so... If you did film at St. Martin's,
yeah,
you kind of had to be a lesbian, And I would go in with stilettos and shit like that. And they were like, she needs to be kicked out of college.
Really?
So they would always have a group meeting saying, Maya's coming in with like tight leggings and stilettos on and mini skirts.
So you're talking about the prejudice you experienced.
Yeah, so they were like,
hot.
she's not serious about movies. She needs to get kicked out. So
she's cargo shorts.
yes, and a plaid shirt. Like everybody was sort of like that. And like, you know, at that time, it was really fashionable to shave all your hair. So everyone had like skinheads and trying to look like aliens and things. And then, and then there was me that was kind of like listening to hip hop and, you know, and R&B, and would be wearing stilettos. But also like I did go through a mullet phase and stuff like that. But then, but you know, I was experimenting.
You're finding your thing.
I was finding my thing, and
I feel bad for her already, and I feel uncomfortable.
And so I realized that the
But it's not about her. It's not about her.
best films to make were materialist films where you affect the film, which means that your creativity became more about not, you know, writing shots down and making narrative movies. Or I didn't want to do like highly conceptual movies either. So it was more about like how to invent a style in the way you
were fucking around.
Yeah, it's like the physical form of the film, you know, like it was an art degree as well. So the first one I made was about numbers, and it was about this setting up this, funny enough, it's like setting up a narrative, but the narrative was just about this guy, say like playing the lottery or something. Yeah, but each scene, the way he chooses the numbers is just a weird way, right? But the narrative of the film sets you up that he's one thing, but then at the end it's something else totally. So it's kind of like a.
And did you earn the respect of the lesbian community, or?
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
They're
because
tough. They're a tough one.
No, this is what happened. The actor that I casted to do it, I swear to God, I filmed the stuff. He was really like cool and everything. And then like my friend, or the year after, my friend who was in the same class, she ended up becoming like the first porn director for Channel X.
What?
She was called
I don't
Anna.
know. What was
And
her? She's a porn. Wow.
she was doing porn while we were at St. Martin's.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And I'd cast this actor to be in this numbers film that I was making. And then
That's
a
crazy.
year later, she's like, you know, my cameraman dropped tack. Can you come and help me do camera today?
You shot a porno?
So I went to do camera, but I was very highly opinionated about like the lighting and this and that, you know, because I'd been obsessed about material filmmaking. And so I was like not interested in the narrative. But then there's a knock at the door, the actor arrives, and I open the door and it's the same actor, right?
And then you got to see him having sex?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And basically, he couldn't have sex in front of me because he already knew me, kind of thing. So then she fired me on the set, and she was like, "You need to leave and get out."
This.
Yeah.
You can't get hard.
Yes, exactly. So then that was my like very short lived. So I've tried different things. Yeah.
But you started doing visual arts. You
Sounds
were
like
making
you
like
didn't
album
know.
artwork and stuff, like graphic arts and stuff. Is that
Yeah.
correct? And you just smashed that,
God,
and then
that's crazy.
what? You just became a musician. I mean, it doesn't seem.
That's
Yes, I
so
sometimes-
There's something very charming about it.
crazy.
It's like the kind of girl that you like
Oh
fall
my
in love with, and then she
God.
ruins you because she's just so amazing.
Oh my
And
God.
and then she goes like, "Oh, I have to go to Europe with a married man." And you're like, "Okay, fine. What's wrong with me?" You were with a journalist that took you around to different genocides.
So crazy.
I wasn't with him.
There's a song about it, right?
I was pining.
But what I'm saying is, like, you had this like.
That was my past, okay?
I'm just saying, it's what's clear is like the
That-
song about it, right?
I was.
You were with a journalist that took you around to different genocides?
I wasn't with him.
There's a song about it, right?
I was pining.
But what I'm saying is, like, you had this, like,
that was my past, okay?
I'm just saying, it's what's clear is, like, I have this image in my mind of, like, you just, like, going through life and just, like, being purely creative and, like, trying out different things and then kind of, because it is a very rare thing to, like, for someone to just have a knack for any creative arts that they apply themselves to. Although that Numbers movie, I don't know about that, but
yeah, no, it wasn't good.
No, but like, you know,
I was trying something that, you know, I was trying to figure out how, you know, it's actually became a Hollywood formula of the next whatever, you know, like to set up a narrative and there's a twist at the end, like
sure.
That became
yeah, that's true.
Exactly,
that's true.
Yeah. That. So it's a thing, but you know, at that time, my first year, I was trying to do that. But then, anyway, because obviously my dad's not from the art world, you know, he's a politician and he's a writer and things like that.
Yeah, how did immigrant parents handle you being an artist?
Exactly. So it was the first time someone had done that. So it was kind of lonely, even though you say, oh, you're just rolling around being creative and expressive.
I mean, you must have been thrilling to be around in those days. I don't know. I'm sorry if
also weird, you know, because you go home and your family are like,
that's
weird,
the best.
You know?
Your mother was a seamstress for the royal family.
Yeah,
but she made medals. Is that correct?
Yeah, because during the time I was living in the council flat, my mum looked in the paper. And the only job that didn't require English was the sewing thing. And my mum's always been a seamstress, even in Sri Lanka. So her and my cousin applied for the job, and they both got it, and it was around the corner from my school.
And they chilled with the Queen of England?
And they would just sit in a room and sew these medals, and it's like so bizarre. You know, I didn't really...
That's super weird.
Got what is it called? MBE.
Yeah, so the full cycle of that is that my mum stitched my medal.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
What is it called? What does it mean? Master of
British
Empire. How'd that feel? And you got it from the Queen at her birthday party?
I got it from Prince William.
Prince William, the bald one. Yeah. Charles
wasn't there. And then I went to Prince William, and as I got my medal, I was like, hey, can you release Julian Assange?
You said that?
I did. So if you hear me talking, that's what I was saying. I was like, can you please release him out of, you know, HMRC Belmarsh, which is the most worst prison ever. And he said, I'm sorry, it's out of my hands. And then I was like, but you're the king.
Yeah, he's just the prince.
The prince.
Yeah.
I was like, surely you can talk to your dad.
That's crazy.
No, those guys can't do anything.
He was like, no, it's out of my hands. I don't have that
They
power.
just live in a house.
And then I walked off.
Wait, so do they do it with a sword or no? That's not...
No, he just like pins it on you, I think.
What do you get? Like, do you get like a discount at like a Tesco's or something? What, like...
Okay, I didn't get anything.
What are like the...
there are no benefits? There are no benefits?
Nothing, but you know what? It's kind of useful right now, today, in this moment. Because, you know, you're like cancelled for words, but I got that medal for my words.
One thing I've always fixated on is like there's this cultural exchange, like especially in rock and roll, like Mick Jagger sings in an American accent or Adele sings in an American accent. Like something about you and the Clash is like you're using your own voice. Like, was that a deliberate thing or?
No, I'm just me, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to be something you're not.
Like Mike Skinner, I always thought it was really cool that he sounds that way.
So I wanted to be as honest as possible. And also truth is important to me. So like, you always had to be like that so that it was just airtight. No one can knock you, you know? And I thought to me that was important to be truthful.
Did you go to sound clashes and stuff?
I actually came from a different zone.
You're listening to hip hop.
I was listening to hip hop, and then I was listening to, you know, dance, rave music quite a lot, like
the 90s.
Yeah. So I did a bit of that, and
you can hear that in her later work, like after her first or second album.
That was always part of my thing. But then I discovered, well, I came to America for the first time in the late 90s or middle 90s. Actually, yeah, something like that. And then then I got really into West Coast rap or any rap from everywhere. And then I was a bit of a hardhead about that until I went to St. Martin's. And then when I started mixing with people and they would take me to like London parties, because I didn't really go to those kind of parties, you know, like cool parties, jungle raves, which kind of samples dance floor a lot. And it's much more like street stuff. And then when I started going to fashion parties is when I was getting into like indie music. I guess Oasis came out, when did Oasis put their first record out?
94.
So I started St. Martin's around 96. So that's what was popping, you know, Oasis, The Verve, like you had all this indie music, and Spike Jones started making music videos, and it was all just like the best kind of art, you know. Radiohead was like the biggest band, and
they're not.
Yeah, best band ever. So you know, you couldn't avoid it. It was just like in your face. It was just like the best time in London. So it was basically the cool Britannica era.
Yeah, in London.
And
I
so
see.
you couldn't avoid it. I was at
That's
St.
fair.
Martin's, and that's when I got into the Clash.
So what was the segue into music? Was it?
I didn't want to be a musician at that time. I was just impressed by music videos, you know. So my ambitions after leaving St. Martin's was to be a music video director.
Yeah.
And nobody would give me a job because you really had to like network to do that, you know.
The 90s were definitely a time of music videos, like 90s up until the next century. It was just, but it was all like on in America at least. It was all on cable.
And people were like, what's she gonna know?
She's not a lesbian.
She's not a lesbian, and it's so dominated by like these like dudes, you know. And so my favorite video at the time was, I would say every Radiohead video. Every Radiohead, that they were the pinnacle. And Bjork had amazing videos, so we were just like, wow.
Wow, she mentioned Bjork. That's crazy.
It's like the best time for art.
Do you remember the first song you made?
The first one I wrote was MIA, which is the hidden.
And you just dropped your first song that you ever tried?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I mean, that's crazy. You know, that's kind of like in stand-up. Like no one's good when they start. Like apparently Dave Chappelle was, you know, like, but it is a very rare thing to be able to just like. You're probably going to be
Michelin.
My
sketchbooks.
You're going to be Michelin star chef tonight, if I had to guess.
I kind of can be.
Yeah, she kind of can be.
It's what I've been doing since I've been fired, like cooking every day, and it's just like, wow, you know, like all these things I've invented.
The Monopoly Man?
Yes.
Yeah, the powers that anyway. Tell me about the film CB4.
Wow, you really... Do you know people that went to St. Martin's with me or something?
No, I just love it.
You did your research.
No, I don't.
What did I say?
Obviously, I love comedy as well.
It's a Chris. It's like a Chris Rock film.
Yeah, he really did research.
Yeah, it's a spoof
of
that
like
Chris
NWO.
Rock did, of West Coast rap. And it was so hilarious, but obviously it's borderline not good. It's highly controversial. It wouldn't even get shot nowadays, you know. But at that time, it was so extreme, and it was so funny, and it was dealing with really important subjects.
Wait, so can I Google this? Hold on, give me a second. I want to see if I can do it. Oh, this is... Oh, it's real. Okay. you can't just find it
I
and look
took
it up
into
and
college,
just.
and I was like, I want
But
to, because everybody kept like any suggestions for like films we need to discuss, and in film theory or whatever, everyone would be like Fellini, Godard, and and I was like,
Dreyer.
yes, and I presented CB4, and then everyone's like,
fresh.
absolutely kick her out now,
She's the
kick her
coolest
out.
person I've ever met. Was Jarvis Cocker at your school?
So he'd graduated by the time I'd gone there. PJ Harvey went there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jarvis, and I heard Sade went there, but she did fashion, and then there was rumors that David Bowie went there, but I'm not sure.
In terms of the way that music is distributed, in terms of like guerrilla, kind of self-produced marketing, like you were kind of you and like maybe like I don't know, Soulja Boy were like the. Do you consider yourself MySpace generation? I mean that is really just like it's a precursor to SoundCloud and like everything that's come since then, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It just all happened so fast, didn't it? Like, because really I started off the DIY person and spray painting and pressing vinyls. And actually the first demo, that MIA song and Galang were recorded on a DAT tape. So I had to go and borrow like studio time, and they gave me MIA and Galang on a DAT.
So you could put it on MySpace?
Yeah, then I had to buy a DAT machine and, and convert it. And so then, when I did vinyls, that was like, okay, now we're talking like common people language, like pressing vinyls.
Yeah.
So people can play it in the DJ sets. And when I met Diplo, there was vinyls.
Yeah.
MySpace hadn't happened, that came like a couple years after.
And you guys were dating, you were like collaborators as well? What's wrong? I can't say that?
No.
You had a boyfriend, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, like you made paper planes together.
He
You
says
discovered
he found
Diplo?
I discovered him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned up at his thing. He didn't turn up at mine. So
Well, it sounds like you went to his show.
I heard his demo. So he made his first song. It was called Newsflash, and it was on a friend's mixtape. And I was like, that sounds like the sound. You know? Or this person. There's something that I feel like is a thing that they get the same, or they've had the same upbringing musically.
Yeah.
And I could tell that by one demo. And then I just rang around and found out like where he was or who he was. And this is before the internet. And somebody he was signed to a British record label called Ninja Tunes.
Okay.
Or Big Dada or something, and they booked him for a club night in London.
Yeah. And
I got the flyer, and then I went and I took Galang, which was a white label. And I was like, can you play this song? We had some, beats in common, and he knew some odd references that only I knew. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But we didn't really get together. It's only after I went to Philly to make the mixtape.
And you were telling me the story behind hearing the track for Paper Planes.
We had a friend in common who was the editor of Fader magazine at the time, called Knox Robinson. And Knox had a record label, and he went to Jamaica and he was doing a remix album of the Serious Times rhythm.
Okay.
But this is how everything is connected, because of all rhythms, he was doing Serious Times rhythm, and I feel like I major in talking about Serious Times. And so he brought the record to my apartment, and me and Wes were living together at the time, and he was like, here's the Egyptian record, right? So Egyptian had a record called...
Folja?
No, it's before that, Serious Times. These are some serious times.
Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever be in my life.
Yeah, that was his big crossover hit. But before that, he did a serious song called Serious Times.
A Serious Times. How's it
the
go?
best song.
I want to listen to it.
The best song. You're going to love this song. It's one of my favorite songs
Girl,
of all
you
time.
give me the tightest hole we ever... He doesn't say the tightest hole. It's like different lyrics.
It is the tightest hold.
I thought it was the tightest.
No.
I thought it was a nasty song.
This is Egyptian.
All right,
He's
sorry,
highly
guys.
conscious.
I apologize, guys. He's a conscious guy?
He's a very conscious
I thought
guy.
he was talking
his
about
first
his
song
penis
is
being
so
too big.
beautiful, and I was obsessed with the song.
What's it called? Egyptian?
Serious Times.
So wait.
Wes was remixing that.
Okay.
And he got the Paper Planes beat on the go. It's like 9:30 in the morning. And he's got the Clash sample going. And he's going dun dun dun. He's trying to fix it to these are some serious times. And I was like, this is my favorite song. Why would you even ruin it? You know? And then at the same time, I was like, I can write a song on that. So I was like, I have some lyrics, and I kind of got out of bed, got on the mic, and we tried Paper Planes.
Did you get in trouble for the gun? No.
Oh yeah, there was a bit. Yeah.
Who cares?
Interscope kept taking it out, and then we just kept fighting.
They put out Kim by Eminem. They put out a song about him putting his wife in a trunk.
Yeah, but you know, like,
but you can't go boom, 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 and take your money.
It's different when it comes from a brown woman. A baddie. It's very baddie stuff to do.
I mean, that's,
From a white, blonde guy is different.
That's,
but when
that's one of the
brown women, yeah.
It's like one of the best lyrics. Hold on, let me pull it up. This is the song she's talking. I love that song. The song's awesome. All I want to do is This is not gonna go on the Twitch track. It's funny. So when this gets uploaded to YouTube, people are gonna be like, it's just gonna be like empty noise. That's what they're talking about. That part about shooting. And that's the chorus. That's the chorus. It's the chorus. It's part of the problem going.
You can't say boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom, boom, and take your money?
Your money? Yeah, you can't say that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
was that the first time you got into trouble?
You ain't saying that, eh?
Was that the first time you got into trouble?
No, the first time was when I said, like, PLO, I don't surrender. On my first song.
Like Andrea?
So I came out the gate in trouble, really.
What's the lyric?
In Sun Showers, which was my first single.
Yeah.
It said, like PLO, I don't surrender.
Andrea Pirlo, the soccer player for Italy?
No, like PLO.
Oh, like the PLO.
Yeah, like Palestinian Liberation Organization.
You're early on the Palestine tip.
It was my first sentence.
So she got canceled for that?
Yes, in 2004. So they took it off the radio, they canceled my song, and then people started writing into the American government saying this person cannot come to America and perform.
Because of that?
Yes. So
that's
when I came
crazy.
to my first show
That's
in New York,
absolutely insane.
and I did the knitting factory.
This is probably why he didn't release it. This is why
they told me.
Let's be for real.
At that point, that people were writing in saying you can't have this artist perform in New York.
Yeah.
And so that's when America pulled up my past history, because I started getting immigration problems because of that. So before 2004, I'd been coming and going in America all the time. I never had problems. I could come in on an ESTA stay for 3 months, you know. Like I worked with Diplo, I was on tour with Elastica, I'd been here visiting my family, like on the West Coast, like hanging out with my cousins and stuff, and never had problems. But the day I put out Sun Showers, the FBI went and like dug out all the stuff and, you know, because they wanted to find something on me, and then they found this like record I had from, you know, when I was like 18, and then they were like, we're gonna stamp her.
Because
right?
you said PLO?
Yes, and that's really when my stamp on my passport appeared. And since then, you know, I get called into immigration all the time and interrogated all the time, and it takes me like hours to get out of there. And that happened because of the Sun Showers song.
The stuff you get in trouble for is kind of bullshit.
It's such bullshit.
Having a gun.
But you know
on
what?
The best song ever.
Look at how forgiving I am
and
to society.
What about the Super Bowl?
A middle finger.
She did
like,
this at the Super Bowl. How badass is that? With Madonna.
Yeah, and also like my lyric was, I don't give a shit. So it's not even, the biggest, you know, it's not the same as like a suicide bombing.
Oprah called you a terrorist.
Everybody did at the time because Tigers were like, they were kind of going off at the time. But the New York Times was calling me that.
Yeah.
So like everyone reads the New York Times. So before social media and before the social media cancellation world, the media had the power, you know, and that's kind of how they did the thing. And you know what? It's really interesting because now I'm swept into this left-wing, right-wing conversation in the US. But when I first arrived and they were writing in saying this person can't perform, you know, in these venues.
That's the reason why.
That like was, I don't know, I just generally took it as American. Like it wasn't left or right, you know?
Right.
It was just like, I don't know.
But as this stuff was happening, your profile was growing.
Luckily, every time they ban you on this thing, a new thing would pop up and you'd just be on that thing.
Yeah.
You know, like those kids, so like they when I first put my record out, they were like, we're not going to stock it in record shops because your music is weird and it's strange. Like we don't know where brown woman fits because you don't fit with the white thing and you don't fit with the black thing. That's the reason why. And you ain't Desi either. Like you're not making Indian music, you know.
Right.
So we're not going to put you anywhere. And
Lovely.
Sell your records, and they would come to Excel and say that, like Tower Records and Virgin, Megastore and shit. And Excel will call me in and say, they don't know where to put your record, and I'll be like, just put it next to the till. Like, if it doesn't go into a rack under genres, put it next to the till. And they'll be like, no. And luckily for me,
crazy
popped off, you know?
Yeah. Crazy.
And people started downloading.
Where you go, by the way, where you go to illegally download music. That's where you go. That's where you go.
Because of Diplo, because he was already on, already on blogs and having chat rooms, and I didn't even have a computer like that. But Americans were like 10 years ahead of us, you know, on that kind of front. England hadn't caught up yet. But I was introducing England to the chat room world for the first time because
it sounded new.
Yeah.
The first time I heard you.
Yeah, so it was kind of like popping off because of the internet, and thank God for the internet at that time.
So piracy helped you?
Piracy helped me because it got me on chat rooms.
Yeah.
And then when Arula came out, like 6 months later, it got downloaded 1 million times for free.
Yeah.
So the record label didn't sell records. And my record label told me that Jack White from White Stripes was using all the vinyls as shooting targets.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
What?
So,
Jack White?
But it's just that they had so many vinyls left over that they gave it to him and he was using it as a shooting range, you know.
That's crazy.
And I was like, and then
it's
obviously I blew
crazy.
up on the internet because every time it's like I love that my life is like this, that this is why I believe in God so much, because you know, every time somebody does that, something else pops off.
Yeah.
Like you just can't be cancelled.
Well,
because the entire thing moves, and you know, that's beautiful.
All press is good press, kind of thing.
I don't know. No, I don't think that's what's happening to me.
Yeah.
I genuinely am not tied to anything. Like, it's not that nothing is precious, but you're not tied to the world, you know. Like, I am of the world, but at the same time, I don't know. It's like it's not like that, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously, you started.
I get the impression that she could have been bigger than she was because of like what she did and who she was. That like they just like if there's anybody that's been canceled, it's probably been her. If you think about it, the only way you can distribute your music is through piracy. There's no profit in that.
Collaborating with like a million like legendary artists. Who was the most inspiring?
That's a nice question. The most inspiring, I mean, loads of people. Timbo's kind of going through a controversial thing with the AI thing right now.
Oh, yeah, Timbaland.
But of course, like before I worked with him, he was like the legend, you know. Yeah,
he was.
And
Timbaland's a legend.
I mean, like
Madonna, obviously. I never thought in my life I would meet Madonna. You know.
So. Were there other female rappers that showed love, like Missy Elliott?
Yes, and Lauryn Hill. I got to do some dates with her.
I Can't Stand the Rain was my favorite song in 5th grade.
Amazing.
She was cool because she was a big girl, and then all the guys in the videos would be like 6-pack, like hunks, right? It was kind of a reversal of like the hip hop, like
the gays.
Well, like the video
female
makes
gays.
it. Yeah, the female gays. Yeah, exactly. You worked with Ye?
Yes. So when I met
before
him, he was the most open-minded out of all the rappers. He kind of was like hungry. I think he was just hungry to know everything and learn everything. And he's like, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
And
because he also went to art school.
Did he? I didn't know that.
College dropout.
I didn't realize that was an
art
school.
That's right. That's right. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Wait, so it was an art school? It was, okay, so what art school? Okay, now I have to look this up. Because he always championed that as a thing. What art school did he go to? I need to look this up. Oh, American Academy of Art in Chicago. Then he went to Chicago State University before dropping out. Okay, so he went to Chicago State. Got you. Okay. I need to know that.
Yeah. Is the Diddy stuff real? Is all that stuff real?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Jay-Z caught 2.
She wasn't involved.
And Diddy, right? That's a.
Every time you mention that, I want to talk about my brand Omni.
You have smoke? Is there a thing?
What?
Did I touch on a thing with Jay-Z?
No.
You got smoke with him?
Don't try to like.
Do you bang?
Things.
I'm not that kind of host. I'm your
Every
friend.
time you try to get the thread, I talk about my threads. Finest copper threads.
Oh, so you hate Jay-Z? You're gonna kill him? Don't cut that. Okay.
I didn't say that. These words did not.
Wait, but is it like what is it?
No, I don't have beef with anyone.
Me neither.
I forgive everyone, and my relationship with God, and in who I am.
That's the only person I beef with. How dare you?
Sometimes I have questions, but you know, I think everything is a necessity.
What are your favorite artists working right now?
It's really hard because we're in an AI time. Yeah.
Ew.
So
with music.
Yeah, and I don't know the definition of an artist.
It sucks though.
It kind of sucks because I don't know. You know,
I respect her.
The genius, somebody.
I respect her.
Or
I respect her.
Somebody who absolutely resists it and really bring some conversation about that. Like I can't tell.
Oh, she knows
what
the
I
answer.
love right now. Like I listen to
Oh, she's being
sounds, for example, like
she's being honest.
What was that?
That is so New York.
What's that? Yeah, fart. Fart is huge in New York. I got
slapstick.
What? Okay, so, what sounds? Hog. Boy,
like there's a whole movement in India, right? There's many different things popping off. So they have like since lockdown and all of that, India, if you go to like villages, they have these sound.
I don't respect anybody that makes AI music. Just to be clear.
Systems that really belongs to the people, you know, and it's really hard to find. They're not advertised on the internet. They're like hidden. It's like private secret raves and things, you know. And that
what do they play?
That kind of movement to me is more thrilling. So it's
what does
not.
It sound like?
It is sound. It's sound, but they use sound waves to compete. So they set up like speaker systems.
Oh,
and
like sound clash.
It's not really like that, but it's literally about the sound waves. So they put like, say, bottle of water in the middle of the two sound systems, and someone has to knock it over with the sound. So it's a sound clash, but it's like noise clash as well. I don't know.
Sounds like it's something that you can't describe, but you only have to experience it. It also sounds actually really loud too.
So you go there and your particles literally gets rearranged. Like when you go, you have to like.
Have you been?
Yeah, and I've never felt anything like it. Like I had to lie down for 2 days and assess like what had happened to my body and if I was the same person ever again. But people go deaf like for like 3-4 days after they go to one of these, and it's just basically
that was horrible.
It does.
It's actually not
really
a good
bad.
feeling.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. Yeah.
But there's like, you know, issues like I spoke to the people in the village and everything, and people say
sounds unregulated.
This is not
like a terrible idea.
Not real music. You know, this is something else. But this is using sound in a different way. But they use like, say they take EDM and electronic music from the West, or trance music or dance music, and they like just do stuff to it so hard. It's the most intense thing. And then they try to affect the environment, like blow chairs out of the room and shit, you know? And it's like, that's the dance. That's the parties.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does. No, seriously.
Sounds, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, so, you know, artistically, I mean, it depends.
It sounds like a genuine experience that one can go through, but it's not something I would welcome.
What you think of as art, really, you know, like.
Yeah.
We discussed that yesterday on this is how Bob Dylan came up, because if art is only judged through what's popping on TikTok and it's just about a dance routine that kids can copy, then yes, Bob Dylan would not make it, and neither would Kurt Cobain, and neither would, you know, anybody, even me, you know.
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
Even if someone put
lots of rap music
to do a dance routine, I don't think I could.
And then you take your money.
Yeah. I'd take the gun.
So you mentioned on the phone, you're like,
who does choreographed dance routines to rock music? Who does that? But rock music is good.
Every time I do a podcast, I get canceled. I'm like, I didn't even know that. But it's like, in researching you and learning more about you, the things that keep popping up seem so nothing.
And nobody apologizes for their nothingness.
Well, it's just like, for you having the greatest song ever, or for you using the middle finger at the Super Bowl, like, these
eating French fries, not babies.
These are like such quaint, like, controversies, right?
Yeah.
I heard
they're nothing burgers. That's so bullshit.
And like her last major performance, I'm pretty sure in a major movie was Casino. You know, and I think like, kind of if I'm piecing things together, is like, if you're a woman that's like a little bit too, that can't be controlled, like, does it serve as at a disadvantage at a certain point?
This is a really great question. You said they'd be good. That is people trying to cancel you and put you in a box.
But they're not doing it to Taylor Swift.
They're not, because this is what I was saying on the podcast yesterday. Even they did it to me a few times. Even like supporting Julian Assange, and now he's a free man, and people love him now. You know, you're not the problem, but you are the target. Like you said, you're the target. And why are you a target? It boils down to spirituality, you know, because I do think it is a spiritual warfare. But I think it is, because...
You don't think it's just some like guy in a boardroom that's just like,
no,
get her guy.
You cannot be on that list every year for random things. You just cannot. If you're consistently on there, and then I had to go back to be like, was I on these lists from when I got famous, or was I on, like, experiencing stuff like this in my life throughout my life? And the truth is yes. You know, like, there was always problems. You're cancelled for being a Tamil, you're cancelled for being this, and, you know, my school life.
He's definitely confused. Like, yeah.
Easy.
It's definitely some guy in a boardroom.
It's not like I was like this, you know, my
But why would you be canceled for being from a country?
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, I think that some of these things are a necessity when you get cancelled. So it's not like I have strong feelings towards this.
But to be a female pop star, right? Like there's a degree of you know, it's a company, right? That's you know, it's like Taylor Swift LLC or something, right? Like,
yes,
you know, like you are someone that like it's kind of a free spirit, and like, do you think that puts you at a disadvantage beyond your race? That you're just a person that's not like a CEO of MIA. When I heard that interview with Sharon Stone, going back to that, like her assessment was that like there'd been a decision kind of that, like, you know, she's like a 155 IQ, and they're like, yeah, we can't, like, kind of like.
So what are you saying about Madonna then?
Does she get in trouble? She did get in trouble.
Yeah, has gotten in trouble multiple times. Madonna's known for getting in trouble.
The music video for Like a Prayer, where it's
I think
like
that's the only time
Black
she's been in trouble.
No. Like throughout her
career,
she's been in
trouble.
No, she's been in trouble throughout her entire career. Madonna's whole thing is being a woman and being in trouble for doing things that's actually normal. That's her whole stick. That's her whole stick.
No, I think when she made the sex book, when she was doing erotica.
Right. That was her whole.
Like
that's her whole thing.
People didn't like that.
It's literally her entire career. It's her whole career.
I know people are saying that.
And she's giving Black Jesus a blowjob. It's heretical.
So she's saying.
I learned a lot.
It's her whole career.
And that's kind of what Kanye said.
Yeah.
But he got majorly cancelled, and she got.
It's literally her career. You do understand?
I mean, like, does that float around in your mind, or are you just kind of unaffected by it? Because you also seem very well adjusted in speaking to you.
Yesterday they
like,
kept saying,
he's unaware. She's just unaware.
You don't all these cancellations, and you're like, no.
For fucking what, though?
For what?
Yeah.
That's their ignorance, not mine. You know?
Exactly. That part is true. That's their ignorance, not mine. That part is true. But she's unaware.
Doing it? Who's saying cancel?
Yeah, so then when I said they were like, who's they? And, you know.
Exactly.
And I thought that was like a funny thing. But with me, honestly, I cannot define the they. The they, in my case, is many different types of people.
Yeah.
I'm very varied in the palette of they. It's not the, you know, quotation marks. It's not. In America,
it's so amorphous to her that, like, she can't point to something specific and say, I get what you said. So she doesn't. So she can't. So she can't put a beat on it because it's
the like you said, even if it's the robot.
But there is something there.
So the AI and the algorithms doing that, they're programming the machines to think like that because they're thinking like that.
I think it's just guys that are really rich. They can just make decisions in an industry.
Right, exactly.
No, but
yeah.
across the board, not just industry. It's across the board, division everywhere, and hate everywhere. People only communicate now with negative comments, like you said. Real life is not like the internet.
No, it's just like you go to dinner and then you see your dad. You go fly home and see your dad. And then you go on vacation with your girl. You're on a beach.
God. You know what's funny about this interview? This is the first time I've watched the Adam Friedman show before. This is the first time that he's had this look of like, hold on, let me just.
Cancel.
Yeah. So then when I said they were like, who's they? And and I thought that was like a funny thing. But with me, honestly, I cannot define the they. The they in my case.
This is that look. Like, I'm right there with him. It's fascinating. You can see. Me and him were saying the same thing. It's very fascinating what's going on. It's very fascinating.
Varied in the palette of they.
Because he understands, and she.
Quotation marks. It's not in America.
This is so cool.
Like you said, even if it's the robot,
I feel so bad for her.
And the algorithms doing that, they're programming the machines to think like that because they're thinking like that.
I think it's just guys that are really rich. They can just make decisions.
He's on point.
If they want to, probably.
No, but it's across the board, not just industry. It's across the board, division everywhere, and hate everywhere. People only communicate now with negative comments, like you said. Real life is not like the internet.
No, it's just like you go to dinner and then you see your dad. You go fly home and see your dad, and then you go on a vacation with your girl. You're on a beach. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, nobody comes up to you going, nah.
Yeah, I mean, also those are the things you kind of at the end of the day that you kind of matter in life, right? Like. Someone's like, like you flicked off the camera at the Super Bowl next to Madonna. That's so sick.
Yeah, it is sick.
Even Madonna would like that. Nobody said, Madonna.
Does it affect?
Except they have been.
Still? Like,
does it affect my music?
Does it affect your desire to create art? I mean, it's not even music. Like
no.
Like
no, because that's my gift. Like God gave me that. No one has the right to take that away, and no one can.
Yeah.
They don't have the power to do that.
What are you working on right now?
Oh, bless her.
Sounds?
Bless her.
At the moment, I'm out of work.
Well, see, there you go. Like, don't you deserve? I mean, you seem
no.
an incredibly creative individual. Like.
Yeah. So when I say that, it lasts for about 48 hours. Like at the moment, I have just been making. Focusing on my clothing line.
So tell us about that.
This is Omni.
It has something to do with Jay-Z or something?
No, it's got nothing to do with
I was just kidding.
But this is a clothing line basically that came out 2 years ago, and it's made...
She's giving Kai Cenat vibes.
...made of metal.
I'm going to take a break from music streaming, and I'm just going to make a clothing line. And then, when I feel like I'm going to go back and do the thing.
Right, so this is
metal
copper.
pants?
It's like they're all the same frequency. It's all the best of
Yeah, this is copper and this is copper. And it...
if you were to put both their brains, if you would take both of their creative brains and put them on a table and then be like, which one's Kai's and which one's MIA's, would you be able to tell the difference?
Yeah. I mean, this is mesh.
That's mesh, but what about the pants? Yeah, I would get kind of swampy.
Well, this is mixed fabric, so it's patched with different ones, and some are breathable, and then it's got a zip to make it as breathed.
Wow.
But there's different things, and
what is the purpose of the metal clothing?
Okay, so you live in New York City. It's actually perfect.
It's cool, Adam. Don't you know? It's cool. That's the purpose. It's fly. It's cool.
New York City.
I should play back.
Skyscrapers, and if you look through the window, like every single window,
fresh to death.
Every single skyscraper has got an internet router you know?
Yeah, everywhere does.
Everywhere does.
Yeah.
Every rooftop has got 5G towers, which is now 6G towers, and eventually
six.
You go
They
to
came
10.
out with 6.
Yes, and
What's
eventually you
6
go
like?
to 10 because China's already on 10.
Good
so
for them.
if America.
The moment.
Killing us, yeah.
They're just killing.
Dude, they're like
it.
flying
It's
cars and
insane.
stuff. Yeah.
I wish I could talk about that because I had to go there to make the stuff.
God bless her.
Metal clothes.
Yeah, because
Bro,
they produce the fabric.
This woman's my waifu, bro.
But they're
Are you
already
serious?
on 10G. But they also
Wait, so
give
you're
you
saying
fabric.
that the radiation is bad for people's bodies and stuff?
Yeah, so like in the last 20 years,
Yeah.
the sperm count in men has gone down 60%.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No way.
Oh, yeah. So it's really like protecting your
But is that because of
reproductible-
cell phones?
Yes, because people put cell phones in their pocket.
That sounds like some RF Junior type of.
Well,
You
he's
liked
a
him.
smart man, isn't he? Like he's
I
from
don't know.
New
He
York.
seems kind of like a wackadoo to me.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
You see that video of him trying to do push-ups? He can do like 2, even though he's got big muscles. He's definitely on roids.
He's in his 70s.
So what? When I'm in my 70s, I'll do 3 push-ups for sure, just to beat him. No,
You
I
can't
mean,
judge it on that. The
I
physical body is
honestly-
like the he
doesn't know.
I don't know the
She doesn't
ins
know.
and outs of that, but
When did
he's
you-
not the only one who knows about this stuff. There's actually
5Gs and stuff. Wait, so when did you discover that, like, the negative health impacts of that? Because there are people that go to that town in West Virginia that has like no service, right?
Just to be clear,
I
6G
tell you what,
showers do not
it's like-
cause.
I've heard of
I
like.
am a Tamil, and these people are very old in nature, and in my
Wait, I need to look this up. What does she mean by she's a Tamil? This is the first time I've heard this. What the fuck is a Tamil? I'll put it up in a second. What is a Tamil? Tamils, also known by Adiminum tamular, is a I don't even know how to say that. They even speak the Tamil language and trace their ancestry immediately to the southern part of the Indian subcontinent. Tamil is one of the longest surviving languages with over 2,000 years of history dating back to the Sangam period. Tamils constitute about 5.7% of the Indian population and form a majority of the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu in the Union Territory of Puducherry. I probably pronounced that horribly wrong. It also forms significant portions of the population in Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and Singapore. Tamils have migrated worldwide since the 19th century CE. A significant population exists in South Africa. I don't know how to pronounce that. Fiji, as well as other southern continents, South Asia, Middle East, and Caribbean, and parts of the Western world. He always references Sri Lanka. Got you.
my lifetime,
Yeah.
not passed down information and things I've read, but my entire life is, it's really, I've come from living in a village with nothing, no television and no cell phone, no phone even, and no car. Like I come from,
Yeah.
80s Sri Lanka had nothing, and it was
Sure.
a war zone. Like
And
it's
you're
as
part of an oppressed
organic.
minority too.
No, but it's not outside of the war. I remember a time with my own brain where you did not have anything electronic. You know, I lived the most organic life in the world. Like you pick your fruit off the tree and you get your vegetable in the garden and you cook it and you eat it and you live.
Simpler life.
And and your entertainment was organic, like your travel was organic. You used a bicycle, you went to, you wrote on slates.
It's interesting because your music is very digital.
I know. So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my lifetime, I did 10 years of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about my grandparents' life. I'm I'm talking about my own life.
Sure.
I remember that. I remember what it feels like to eat off a banana leaf and not off a plate, you know?
Yeah.
I remember what it feels like to wear cotton and see the people that weave that cotton, you know?
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I'm part of the digital revolution of everything that happened and all of these things, and wrote a song called Connected to the Google, Connected to the Government, named my child iKid, like an iPhone, the same year it came out.
That's the first name?
Yes. And
do they go by iKid?
They go by iKid.
Yeah, so
cool.
like I embrace technology
What?
too. Like I'm not a nonce.
No, nonce is a pedophile. For sure. What do you do?
Nonce as in
I'm pretty
dummy, you know, like
You know what-
I'm
you know what-
aware of
you
this.
know what
Oh,
I'm
a
thinking about?
nunce.
I lived in New York. I know what it
Like a dunce hat. She's saying dunce, a dunce hat.
feels
You know what I'm
like,
thinking right now? I don't know anything about radiation or anything like that. Could be real, could be not. But I know that it's labeled like conspiracy, right? But like, on the
Yeah,
other
it
hand,
is.
you're an artist, right? You should be wearing metal clothes, right?
Yes.
We used to.
Do you know why?
We
Do you know?
used to
I tell you
permit.
why
No,
I wear metal clothes.
Well, no, we used to permit for our artists to be like
Eccentric.
different.
Yes.
I watched an interview with Marlon Brando
And
recently.
leaders of like new thought and new philosophies and new ideas.
Sure.
And like you say, David
Not completely.
Bowie, he
To his point.
premeditated content creators. And when I first came out as an artist, I was a content creator, which is why I shot the documentary. A lot of that footage is self-shot with my own camera. It's not, you know, I'm talking about the Maya Matangi documentary, where you didn't have an artist that had footage like that, because I was a selfie content creating filmer person before the era of digital social media. Like I
She's
shot
very
it on
interesting.
hand
You can learn a
cams,
lot from her.
and was
Just let her
addressing
talk.
the camera all the time.
I used to do Jackass.
Just let her talk. Even like the stuff that you don't agree with. I'm parsing my words. Even the stuff that you don't necessarily agree with. You can learn a lot from her still.
Yeah, and this is like 15 years before that or whatever. So when I had that footage and you were making that footage on MySpace, that then became a thing, content creating and self-documenting and taking selfies. And, you know, the cover of Kala is just a selfie photo on photo booth.
So you invented it and everyone's copying.
It's not the point. What I'm saying is, no, but what I'm saying is, just like David Bowie 20 years before said, there's going to be content creators. And yes, you're doing the thing he said. And we're like, wow, he foresaw the thing. Some artists have the ability to be the zeitgeist.
I like that you're wearing metal clothes because you're dope. You're a genius.
The metal,
no, what I'm saying is
why would you not wear clothes made out of silver and gold and copper and these things? It's luxury.
Because I'm kind of like I like a breathable material. I like a cotton.
Yes, but you know, copper.
It's not about the metal itself. It's about the aesthetic. I get what you're saying.
The yogis used copper. It's an antibacterial method. So they stored water in copper pots. You know, they ate from copper plates, and they did wear copper bracelets and things.
Because they didn't have toilet paper. Also,
it doesn't matter. The point is the beneficial.
He's really cool.
Huh?
I'm not trolling actually. Like
no, it's not trolling, but it is beneficial.
I get what Adam was saying, but this is interesting.
We are made of dust. If you believe in, you know, that we are made of material or come from the stars or whatever people believe, like made from the dust in the material world.
I can appreciate her inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we're made in God's image.
Yes, and when we die, our body goes back to the ground, back to the minerals.
So sad.
And our soul and spirit goes to God.
Yeah.
You know, but our vessel is made of the material from Earth. So obviously, anything made from the material of Earth is good for you.
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like you're from California to me. But, no, I mean it.
He would be perfect in California. Too bad it's so expensive over there.
But you could be right. But, like, I don't want to, like, I think you're...
He's right. He's right. Adam's right. Adam's right. Sorry. Miss Welk. Adam's right. She would be perfect in California.
I think that everyone wants to hate on everything. And, like, that, you know, I can see how that, like, people's reaction would be like, oh, that's conspiracy, whatever. But, like, whatever, dude. Like, You know, Robert De Niro can wear metal clothes.
I would have said
Yeah.
25 years ago, you said someone's going to make a thing that goes into your brain called Neuralink.
Yeah.
I would have been like, conspiracy theory.
You know that guy.
I don't.
Musk?
But why
You're boys with Musk, no?
I'm not actually.
Yeah.
That's something they
He wouldn't know that.
made up. That's conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, I believe her. Come on, why would she know Elon
Going
Musk?
back to what I was saying about you just being an enigmatic individual, I can see how people like want to like weaponize that, and it's just, to me, after talking to you about art and about how you feel about art, it pisses me off, because like truly like yeah, what matters is like that you're like creativity, you know, what matters is that you make art and it affects people, and you put it out, and I think you do, and I think you are a genius.
Well,
I'm
the thing is,
dumb as fuck. I don't know if you knew this.
No. I don't say I'm a genius either, because
You can't say it about yourself.
Yes.
Only Kanye does.
Only Kanye does, and Kanye did say that I was one.
Did
once,
he?
yeah. Then he said no. He changed his mind.
Did he change his number?
Huh?
Did he change his number? You down to get a little bit of 5G so I can talk to Kanye?
I use technology. That's why I'm wearing this. Like, this is cotton.
Okay, so get her phone, dude. Let's call Kanye right now. I just want to say what up.
Kanye
I can say I can fix all
Kanye's
this.
not talking to me right now.
Why?
Because
why?
Because I don't know, actually. He was like, no.
You've been making art in the public eye for like 20 years, right?
Yes.
Does it feel like things have changed significantly? Like, does it feel like the way you're treated as an artist and like the way people interact with your art is different? Does it make it more difficult, or is it more?
This is what Americans want to know. Like, have they done a successful job at deleting my, history and my abilities, or my gift, or my talent? And
I don't know anyone who's doing that.
They ask me this question a lot. They're like, has it,
People
worked?
deleting you like you're R. Kelly?
And I don't know if it's like.
I don't know. Her music is still on Spotify. I didn't even know that she made an album in 2016, and it's called Pain, and it's actually really good. I don't know if all that is true.
You're not R. Kelly.
No.
Yeah, you're not R. Kelly.
Honestly,
this is why I'm
we
like,
should forgive.
why would it matter? Like, you ate a French fry. I eat French fries still. I love potato. Like I said, I want my husband to be like a potato that is versatile. You can fry it, mash it,
Mr.
grill
Potato
it,
Head,
roast
maybe.
it, everything. And I'm like, I'm
That's your
never
type?
gonna give up
Potato?
eating potatoes
Oh, yeah.
because the New York Times didn't like it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
So when you
sucks
ask,
to be
is it
a
going to
woman.
change your life? Does it change your life? And it's like, no, you have to look at the machine and be like, that's the machine. But the machine suffers too. Like, they do that to you, but they suffer too.
Yeah.
And you have to look at that and be like, in 10 years' time, they will be living in the environment that they create. And every time
they
you
can
cancel...
fuck off, dude. My girlfriend's still gonna be mad about that we need a new bed frame and shit. The machines aren't gonna ever stop that from happening. And we got a bed frame a year and a half ago. She says it's too squeaky.
No, but
Jane,
you
that's insane.
Yeah, but you have to think that...
You have a nice house?
do I have a nice house?
Yeah, it's probably amazing.
I live in a rented house in America.
I didn't ask if you owned it. There's probably just awesome stuff is inside of it.
No, not at all. I live in an empty house.
Oh, you're like Steve Jobs style.
Oh, what's his style?
I think like one chair in the middle of a white warehouse.
Yeah, I did that for a bit.
That Kanye was into that too. Let's just call him Squash the Beef, and I'll make it right for him. I love him so much.
That's good. He needs love.
I know, and he needs the love for me.
But so does a lot of people. A lot of people need love.
Yeah. Do you feel like you need love?
I, thank God, found unlimited amount in God.
Oh, but that's not a guy you could chill with, watch a movie.
Well, it's a
Do you
different...
feel like if you're watching a movie,
You
God's
see,
watching a movie?
I feel like there's more to it.
Actually, funny enough, yes.
But he's not making jokes about the movie. No, chilling with your friends and making jokes about a bad movie? God can't do that.
No, that's a different kind of love, though.
I feel like Damn, now I can't even listen to her the same. That sucks. Yeah. I used to really like her. Shit.
Love. There's like 7 types of love, but the infinite, abundant, you know, forgiving love is from God, you know, and it's, you can say it's in yourself and you find it, but that's loving yourself and allowing God to, you know, exist in that space or whatever. And, you know, and it creates.
Now the red flags are coming out of my head, and they were always there, but they were in the background, and now they're becoming. It's really weird. Now the red flags are. Now I see all the red flag. You see red flags, you ignore them, and then now it's like, okay, wait a minute.
The universe to interact with you in a certain way that love is everywhere.
Yeah, but we should just watch a bad movie with Maya.
Like what?
And making jokes about it. Windy City Heat. What what should we watch? The Room? Have you seen The Room before?
I wanted to see that.
Yo, we gotta show her The Room. I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, show her The Room.
Manager, can we watch The Room, please? What? So directed by Tom.
Interesting. Glad I watched that. Very interesting. Okay. So glad I watched that. I'm glad to figure out what she is, or who she is, and what she's been up to, and the fact that she's still making music. I learned a lot from that. Let's just go back into Oni. Let's just play Oni for a bit. And I'm so glad I watched that. That was a very informative about her. I learned a lot. I learned about Sri Lanka. I learned about how she sees things from her perspective. I learned about don't exactly agree with everything. Just like anything that comes from the ground has to be good. And I'm like, but at the same time, I kind of understand where she gets the appeal of that stuff. But you know, obviously that's like, it's like bullshit. But still. So, and she makes great music, you know. Okay, let's switch back to. The title. Okie dokie.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
We got some of the controls already. This game needs a cover system.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Hey!
God damn it.
You lose!
We're gonna keep.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
I might need this, or I will need this. Aim. Thank you.
Here, take these hypos.
Oh, thank God. Okay, got you. I think down here somewhere. This. too. God damn it, bro.
Static fist! I'll finish you.
Uploading new objective data.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Hey!
I got me.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
God, it was hard. Okay. Now we're gonna.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors. Here, take these hypos.
Thank you. Not bad, man.
Now I strike.
Dead. Good.
Whoa.
You're weak.
Get the fuck up.
Striker slam! Striker slam!
Uploading new objective data.
I like missiles, but
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Ready to lose? So there.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
bro, what? Gotta ask, where's the backup?
Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Here, take these hypos. Over here! Keep your head down. There are still some strikers on the upper floors.
Good work, Kanoko. You might need this.
Handle him. There you go. Thank you.
Here, take these hypos.
Show me what you got.
This is like a different room altogether. This is where.
Whoa! You're weak. You're weak.
Uploading new objective data.
Oh, no you don't. You're not getting away that easily.
She's right behind us. Should I take her out?
No. Have the rest of the men meet us at the airport.
I knew it. I just saw.
This is horrible! Syndicate troops are attacking the airport. I don't know if these numbers are correct, but there might be dozens of casualties. I still can't get a solid fix on Muro's position. He must be using the chaos to cover his escape.
Muro, stop!
Killer, I have a plane to catch.
Uploading new objective data.
Ready to lose? Here, take this hypo.
Hi there!
I surrender. Please. Oh, please. Not in the face. I surrender.
Static fist!
Hi there!
Here, take this hypo.
You're backwards, then forward kick. This one goes to Africa. Yes.
Over here. Here, take this hypo.
I am so sorry.
New mission objective. Incoming compass data.
There you go.
Ha! I win!
Nice.
Ha! I win!
How do I get up there? I'm not into something not controlled carefully. Of course he did.
New compass target.
Really? Motherfucker.
New compass data.
Marines preserve firewall to be permitted in the sectors. This fired in the TCTF order 12732 still applies to anti-pilot restriction Air Force Road rerouted to do such a reported biological contamination. TCTF coordinators made it very clear that the Turkish forces should have station. Yeah. We got it.
I'm impressed. Your potential is almost as great as mine. Unfortunately, that means you could pose a threat to me. I can't allow that.
Here's a new objective for you, Kaneko.
Wait, what?
I've got a new heading for you.
Access denied.
I'll get down there. Do that.
Whoa!
I'm on my deathbed.
I've got a new heading for you.
This game is hard. It feels like they're trying to put controls that belong on a controller. This would play much better on a controller. Well, this is not trying to keep out. This would be like
Show me what you got.
Hi there.
Strikers, slam!
really.
Hi there. Here, have a hypo.
You lose.
Man, this felt like a short stream though. Yeah, because it was. If you like what you see, please follow, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. Happy Saturday. Have a good day. Bye.